What you're watching was filmed by myself roughly a year ago on the Khumbu Icefall, which is the lower portion of Mount Everest between Everest Base Camp and Camp 1. This portion is typically climbed at night because it's more stable. It's all filmed on my shoulder GoPro. It's area's around 600 meters above base camp, which is 5,300 meters, and a valley called the Western Khumbu. The ice moves about a meter a day in this portion. When the sun hits it, it softens and it typically is more unstable. There's a lot of seracs, which are big ice cliffs that are about 20 to 30 meters, about 60 to 100 feet. And there's a fair amount of crevasse or cracks, and there's some bridges over these. So it's best to go through it in the dark. And so most of this footage, so you can see it better, is right as the daybreak came at dawn. We climbed it from around 11 p.m. to dawn. Eric Shipton, British expedition, first came in here in the 1950s and made the first crossing of this ice fall. Before World War II, the efforts to climb Everest had been focused on the Tibet side. It was thought that this ice fall was impenetrable. And then in 1953, you had the British expedition that got all the way to the summit using this portion. Route finding was then done by eye, and it was quite difficult. Aluminum ladders were added by a subsequent British expedition by Sir Chris Bonington and have become the norm, lashed end to end and kind of attached into these to cross the crevasses or go up the cliffs. And we're all using crampons or little spikes on these boots that are made out of steel that are sharpened, and they can really dig in on the ice. In the 80s and 90s, you have a specific team of mountaineers, guides, expert mountaineers that installed this system each year and maintained it during the commercial season, which is typically in the spring. They're called the Icefall Doctors, and it's kind of an elite thing to do, to be a part of that rope fixing team. And so right now as we speak, everyone's going up for the 2026 pushes. They typically are going to pass through this area about 4 times, maybe 6 times, because you got to go up and do an acclimatization run and then come back down through it and then a summit push and then come through it again. So it's statistically the most dangerous portions because it's quite unstable. You can get crushed in there. The guides that had helped me to base camp was Mingma Sherpa of 7 Summits. He had helped me on Manaslu, my first 8,000 in Zimba. He was great. A younger guy also, 7 Summits. And this last bit you're seeing now is way up over that valley into the next portion, which is going to be the Lhotse face. And so you have a quick little rest, and then you're up on the Lhotse face, and then after that, summit push.